Continuing up the alphabet and now the letter C. Cartier is undergoing a serious redefinition of its watchmaking strategy and is going back to what Cartier really is. The brand, under the impulsion of its new CEO, Mr. Vigneron, is gently abandoning its ambition of being recognized as a fine watchmaking house. And after hundreds of millions of investment in this direction, with I admit some very impressive timepieces seen over the years, well, the brand is pushing the recognized design dimension of the house. Last year, they successfully introduced the Drive collection, a nice, elegant and much more affordable watch, and this year they added two new references with an extra thin manual wound rose gold version, but also a gold and steel case moon phase version, and it's the first time that the brand introduces this feature not associated with another complication, just a way of maintaining prices to decent levels, and that's simply smart thinking. But the big launch for Cartier is the reintroduction of the Panthère collection, a collection first introduced in the early 80s, and the models presented this year take the exact same size and design features as the original version, as well as its characteristics very comfortable metal bracelet. This watch is now waterproof and comes in two different sizes, in gold and steel, and it can be gem set, and there's also a bi-color black lacquered version, this last one being limited to 30 and 50 timepieces depending on its size. So a total of 17 references. Despite what I've just said, Cartier still presented some watches from its fine watchmaking department, but watches that have a more distinct link to the history of the brand when it created in the early 20th century some rather fascinating clocks and watches with their hidden mechanism, les pendules mystérieuses, something Cartier showcased in a dedicated exhibition during the SIHH some years ago. So this year they introduced a rotonde double tourbillon mystérieux, something really spectacular and intriguing at the same time. If that was not enough, this watch also holds a minute repeater, so yes, still quite a demonstration of technical savoir-faire here. And in the same groove, Cartier presented another mysterious watch, but with a highly skeletonized movement, another distinctive design feature of the brand. So not going in every direction any longer, it seems, but refocusing on who Cartier is. And this leads me to another very legitimate dimension of the house when it comes to jewelry and jewelry timepieces. And there were plenty of examples of this on display, but legitimacy also when it comes to fine crafts. And we got to see, for instance, a flame gold dial watch changing color depending on how you hold the watch. And these fine craft demonstration is certainly something the brand will continue to produce and explore in the future. 2017 marked the return of one of the original founders of the SIHH, and Girard-Perregeaux came with a rather simple message as they reintroduced the Laureato, which had been a signature collection for the brand before being stopped a few years ago. This new collection comes as a full family of products in 4 sizes with 2 different automatic movements, but also a quartz version in a 34mm case. So no, not yet any chronograph version, this will come later on, I'm pretty sure. Nevertheless, they did present tourbillon versions coming in a titanium case with the bicolor bridge of the tourbillon. Another distinctive design feature of the brand is naturally the 3 golden bridges, for instance seen in La Esmeralda, both the historical watch and the one that won last year's GPHG in the tourbillon category, but this year they came with a simpler version called the Neo Bridge. And it's the first time that such a watch is not equipped with a tourbillon, but instead a 3 Hz variable inertia balance wheel. It comes in a 45mm titanium case, and of course its pricing is much lower, starting at 24,000 Swiss francs. Girard-Perregeaux also reintroduced the WWTC, the World Time Function Watch, but this time encased in the 1960 collection of the brand. So maybe some kind of shortcuts taken here and there, and we'll see how it will all get accepted by the public. So we stopped at the letter G, and see you tomorrow for the second part of our A to Z of the 2017 SIHH, and we'll remain with the letter G. See you very soon.